Welcome to this BTW Update. I'm John Locke. Our top story is the weekend of events in Bridgewater, and we start off with the third annual Bridgewater Police 5K and Kids 1 Mile Fun Run, which took place on Saturday. The fund raised from the event went to the New England Concerns of Police Officers. And Bridgewater Police Chief Christopher Del Monte talked with race organizer Rebecca Kaler about an event that's only getting more and more popular.
Rebecca, as the race director, can you tell us exactly how you've been able to manage all the nuances and all the particular requirements of getting a successful race together?
Well, I have a great team of volunteers that come out every year and help support this, and we just reach out to the community, and the community has been so generous in giving back and supporting the department and whatever cause we have chosen to support with our event.
And this event doesn't take place overnight. This is something that you've worked on throughout the year, probably from the first day after last year's race. Exactly what goes into it?
There's a lot of planning, a little here, a little there, and it builds momentum as we get closer to race day, and then probably the last 2 weeks it's really crunch time, and that's when my volunteers step up and everything comes together and has been so successful.
And this year's race has some meaning to you personally.
Yes, this year we're supporting New England Cops, which is Concerns of Police Survivors, and my cousin was a Dallas police officer who was killed in the line of duty, so it's very special to our family to have support for the Cops organization.
And you have a couple of representatives that came up, family members that came up for the race this year and participated as well?
Yes, my aunt and uncle came up from Dallas. It was their son that was lost his life and put his life on the thin blue line, and they came up from Dallas to help support this organization.
And so this year it's supporting a very worthy cause, obviously, but you've done this is the third year now. How would you describe this year any different than the previous years?
We're about the same number as, we're a little slightly higher than the first year and a little lower than the second year, but it's a wonderful turnout. We had, I think it was 209 participants this year, so it's a great number, it's a great turnout. Everybody brings a friend and it's a lot of fun.
And so I know the chief really roped you into something that you had no idea how complicated it would eventually become, but how would you describe the event? What's the real purpose of the event here?
It's really a community outreach event, and it brings the town together, and it's a healthy alternative and get you out, get you involved, and then get you over to Autumn Fest where you can have a lot of fun in the town.
So just one part of a bigger puzzle, obviously. What else in future years, what else do you foresee happening with the race? Do you need more volunteers to come forward and help out and doing different things, or how has participation been?
We had so many participants and so many volunteers this year that we really, at one point they were standing around in the corral because they didn't have enough assignments for them, so that's great. A lot of the high school kids came out, and that's really important to get the kids involved and get them building a sense of community so that as they get older they continue to give back and don't lose sight of that.
And there's obviously a lot of support that goes into it, not just the personnel support, but you've had other financial support to make this happen. Do you want to mention who some of those supporters were?
Yes, we had 4 platinum sponsors this year. We had Bridgewater Savings Bank, we had Michael St. Germain and Sons, the Prophet Chapman Cole Gleason Funeral Home, and a company out of Chicago called 4 Imprint gave us a really good deal and helped us out with the swag bags, which are a really cool thing this year that with Bridgewater banning the plastic bags, we were able to provide a thermal alternative.
And you've managed to branch out and get some not so usual supporters come out for you from Hollywood as well.
That is true. We had Mr. Chris Cooper and Marianne Leone Cooper, some Hollywood actors, Oscar winners that came out, and they had a connection to Bridgewater with their son and the Bridge Center, and they felt it was a worthy cause to support and give back, and they offered up some autographed material and films and book and photos and stuff. So that was really nice to have their support.
And this year's race, what was the total number in the end that ran not only the adult race, but what do you think the kids' race was?
We had 209 registered participants for the 5K, and I do not have a total for the kids race, but I'm going to guess that there were probably about 40 kids.
And so this race here, there was obviously a lot of community participation, not only in the race, but also in helping to put this together. Is there anybody else that you want to send a shout out to, like maybe your husband?
Yes, my husband deserves a huge thank you because he put up with, and my kids, because they lived in like box hell for the last month or so. There have been boxes and boxes, and it's been really tough around the house, and they've been very understanding and very patient.
And I'll say from a personal standpoint, this is obviously what this community is about. It's people like yourselves who are willing to take the time and come out and support not only the police department but the community, and I can tell you we appreciate it a lot. You do a great job every year, so thank you, Rebecca, as well.
And Bridgewater Police have been making headlines for several good reasons this month, including becoming the 66th law enforcement agency in the Commonwealth to be fully accredited. To receive full accreditation, the department had to meet 246 mandatory standards enveloping jurisdiction, internal affairs, evidence collection, and working with the public, among others. Chief Damonte expressed pride in his department's achievements and noted that his officers and staff will continue to evolve and build on their accomplishments.
Welcome, man. Thank you, guys. Welcome. Welcome.
And the weekend culminated with the inaugural South Shore Brewfest, which took place at the Black Hat Brew Works in Scotland Park. Breweries from all over the South Shore came to Bridgewater to hand out samples of their craft beers, and the money from the event went to Bridgewater Police, Bridgewater Fire, and the Bridge Center. The game between Bridgewater State and Fitchburg State was played with heavy hearts on the BSU sideline. Bridgewater State cheerleader Haley Sanford was killed in a car crash on Wednesday night on I-495 in Rainham. Sanford's vehicle collided with a 76-year-old woman's car and was sent into a highway median. Bridgewater State's interim vice president for student affairs and enrollment management, Peggy Jablonski, released this following statement. Although new to Bridgewater, Haley already had become deeply involved in our community as a member of the BSU cheerleading club team. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Haley's family and friends, including her parents, Sharon and Russell, and to the members and coaches of BSU's cheerleading squad. Before the football game on Friday night, a moment of silence was observed while a banner was hung in the end zone, and the cheerleaders placed flowers in the spot where Sanford would have been cheering from. We'll be right back.
I would do anything for my friends. They're like family to me. Sometimes saying no can be scary. But I'm so glad I was brave enough to say yes to living a drug-free life. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Welcome back. Bridgewater State took on the Fitchburg State Falcons on the Bears' first home MASCAC game of the season, and although the Bears had a sizable lead early in the game, Bridgewater State learned that a college football game is a full 60 minutes.
Buckeye drops back again, sends it up in the air, and caught for a touchdown. So the Falcons strike first. Drops back again, going for the same play this time to Garrett, and in for a Bears touchdown. Here you can see on the replay, right off, Higgins drops back and wide open. Higgins drops back, looks quick, sends it in, touchdown for the Bears, number 19, Travis Bassett. Higgins hands it off again, driving in and in for the score. Alex McLaughlin will not be denied.
And that play was definitely keyed by the block there of Travis Bassett. Holds his man great and helps set the edge on the sweep from McLaughlin.
You like the camera there as well.
Playing all night. And that's right up the middle of the field. Now goes
Sends it for the home run in, and the touchdown, Jack Levanchi. And Nelly looking, sends it up high, flag, and a touchdown for the Falcons. That's going to be number 88, Jesse Brown, the freshman wide receiver. I believe that was on Gonzalez again also. Looking back, and intercepted by the Bears, and he is going to run that in for a Bridgewater State touchdown. Number 34, Charles McCarthy, the junior linebacker, really ends this game the best way a Bear can do it. 15 seconds remaining, and just going to take a shot right at the end zone. And everyone's fighting, and he caught it off the rebound and in for a touchdown. I mean, this game is over. But that's just how it is.
And the BR Trojans beat the New Bedford Whalers 31-14, improving BR's record to 2-1. The Trojans return to the regional for a non-conference matchup with the Chelmsford Lions at 7 p.m. on Friday night, and replays are going to be available on BTV and anywhere, anytime online at btvaccess.com starting next week. I'm John Luck. Thank you for watching this BTW update.